lovers, I'm not dead. I'm alive. It's Daniel and my friend Benjamin.
Hi, hello.
Benjamin.
Hi.
Thank you that I can be at your place with all these beetle boxes in the back. And let's talk a little bit what we did in the last year that I didn't publish some videos here on this YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I have a present for you. It's a magic T-shirt.
The magic T-shirt.
Yeah, you know that. The magic thing is that you put the T-shirts on the table and then you close your eyes. Now.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Huh?
Yeah, man.
Don't say anything. Are you concentrated?
Yes.
Okay, so I count to 3 and then you have this T-shirt on.
Okay.
It's XL. That's okay for you?
That's okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, that's nice.
Good, nice.
Whoa, yeah.
Very good.
It's a bit small for me, but
For me, it's perfectly fine.
that's from the Beetle Breeder Club. And
Hercules Siam insect too.
that's from the Siam insects. So,
Very nice.
now you are well dressed now, huh? Perfect for this comeback video of Daniel and Benjamin. So, probably you show us first something that you prepared for us now, your biggest beetle that you prepared.
Okay. Actually, I was reading it, so I was very happy with this. This is, let me show you. Which camera do you want to put it underneath?
It's so huge. It's incredible.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So this
It's
is
too big for this macro
too big for the macro camera.
Yeah, so tell me about this.
It's Odontolabis burmeisteri. It's one of the famous Odontolabis because it's one of the few species which grows over 10 centimeters. And I actually managed to get a 105mm one in my breeding.
Congratulations.
Very happy with this.
So a lot of people ask you, how did you do that?
Yes, and I can
what
tell.
do you answer? Are you honest?
I'm honest. I will be honest, of course. Come on.
That's rare.
I like the big guys, but it's all theories, right? So I cannot tell you. I mean, first of all, the guy in Thailand helped me a lot. Actually, incidentally, Art Tomango. That's a guy who I knew from Instagram who gave me some pointers. I mean, I've bred Odontolabis in the past many times, but he gave me a few good ideas. Because there was a lot of fear around Odontolabis breeding. A lot of times they died for people in breeding and incubation. And so I would say the number one trick, which I feel it was good, was like to have a substrate which was not so rich, not so nutrient rich. So more like the shredded sawdust I got from Food from Wood, which was very nice.
Sawdust.
So it was basically the white rotten wood.
So
it's not flake soil.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's basically white rotten wood logs, and you put them in the hammer mill and like that. Which I thought was a perfect substrate. But not for everyone. I mean, I had a lot of beetle die on it because it was too nutrient poor, I think.
Yeah.
But for Odontolabis, perfectly fine, because also in nature they live under wood logs in the soil and eat also red or brown rot wood. And I think the big trick for those is to have enough space for them. So that's one thing. I mean, in the L3 larva I had in 6-liter boxes, so I can show you that. Can I shift?
Yeah.
Shift, because I have a brother still alive. This one died just recently, so it's on the spreading board, because it's proof I did it. Here we have, this is typical Odontolabis. This is the breeding box actually here. It's big, you can see it's 6 liters. This is where I put the L3 larva in. This is a typical cocoon, which I opened up to see what happened, and this is not the little brother, but this is the, 95 milliliter brother.
Wow. Show me here.
It's still somewhat inactive, so we shouldn't disturb it too long.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll get active soon. You see, that's typical Odon, very aggressive, outgoing.
Yeah. So they are aggressive, you say, they are not.
No, they're just nervous. They're not like doggers. They will threaten and bite. Let me hold them. Maybe it's better like this. You see, nice.
So how long is it inactive then?
Depends. Sometimes a few weeks, sometimes up to a few months.
Okay.
But I think mine were actually active quite fast. So they had 2 months and then they became active.
It's beautiful, and also the
cocoon is quite impressive.
Cocoon is interesting, huh?
Yeah. So they built a very thick cocoon.
So, but you made this opening here.
It's like
an egg.
Like a huge egg, yeah. And I think it's also important to take them out once they put the cocoon. They're very long in pre-pupa stage, meaning the larva is very long inactive, so it's not good to disturb those.
Yeah.
But it's good to take out the cocoon and put it on top of the substrate, because they seem to get very humid. They lose a lot of water when they hatch.
Yeah.
And that's where they often die. Oh, no, it's better.
I think
I put it back. It's going
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Too much light, too much sun.
You also have a female for
I have a
this?
female too.
Huh?
I'll show you. I have to dig
Oh,
for.
okay.
Actually, I have. I mean, in the back, I have a lot of boxes, as you can see.
Yeah,
I have
see
three
here,
breeding boxes for them. So I put the 3 females.
And I mean, your family lives out in the forest now, and you live with the people
I live
here,
just in the
or
Beetle's room. No, no.
what? No, yes. Want this special room here in this apartment.
And only until the kids claim it.
So they claim it. Okay.
They will claim it at some
So
point.
but they like the Beatles also. Huh?
They like the Beetles too, yeah. So it's good. Let me see. Female Davian. Ah, yeah. Here. That's a bit more calm. So that's a good thing about it.
Yeah.
That's still inactive. That's the last 2 that hatched. Because I had one pair of them, and I only got 11 larvae from those, but I only lost 2, I think, and 8 beetles hatched. 4 females, 4 males. So very lucky with this.
That's great.
They're quite, I mean, you see she's a bit more inactive. But they start feeding soon. The males are normally take a bit longer, but for me they hatched in the same time. But like I said, I think the biggest trick is big boxes, because here's another species. Let's see if we can show this.
Yeah.
So it's Odontolabis cuvera fallaciosa from China. It's a smaller species than burmeisteri, so I'm trying 2-liter boxes with them. And what is special about Odontolabis is really that they make these beautiful chambers which can walk around in, like caves, like big caves. Even the burmeisteri, sometimes when you wait, you will have the bottom and the top, and in between is all just hollow, and the larva is moving around there very fast. It's somewhat good for a horror movie, I would say.
So how long do you wait until you put the 2 together?
Until they start moving.
Okay.
So she's just, you can see she's
the
very
legs
inactive.
are like
The legs are
immobile now.
Yeah. And same for the male, you saw it could behave.
Okay.
But you see, once they start scratching, that's normally when you hear them. You know you should
Oh,
put them.
yeah. Okay.
And then they eat lots of jellies. I mean, they eat before they mate. They were eating like 5-6 jellies each, and then mating worked. And now they laid eggs. I have also to get other ones. I
put it back here.
Back
to here.
Here's the first proof of success. This is by mistake. I normally don't do that, but this is the eggs.
Yeah.
Normally I don't take them out.
So they are a little grayish, huh?
But still okay. I mean, they're swelling up. Yeah, they should be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably the light. But I don't know. I normally don't take eggs out. I was just a bit concerned whether they're doing something or not, and then happened to just stumble over 2 eggs. So
and why are they in flake soil now, not in this
it's actually,
sawdust?
No, it's sawdust.
Oh, it's a sawdust.
It looks like flake soil, but it's sawdust.
Okay. It's the only beech wood in the mill, in the hammer mill. In the hammer mill. Okay.
With the Pleurotus mushrooms in before.
Yeah.
It also was good. It's interesting. Another species which was doing very well in this was the Leptinopterus from Brazil. These small lucanids. They're very similar to Odontolabis, I feel, in behavior.
Okay.
Same thing. This type of wood works well for them. Dorcus, I don't think you would get even imagos on this.
Okay.
2 eggs, yeah.
So that's it. That's about Odontolabis. And you also have started a new breeding of Goliathus.
Yes.
But we will show you that a little bit later.
Yes.
So I want to tell you a little bit now what I did, because everybody asks, or a lot of people ask me, where's Daniel? And you also heard about that.
I got many questions asked.
So I was not inactive completely. I wrote 2 books. This is one of the books that is probably the biggest work that I did. It's about eating of insects, culture and tradition of eating of insects in the whole world. And of course it has also to do with beetles. And where is it? Velocopus dominus. It's somewhere in here, but it's such a huge book, huh? It takes long to find it. This is probably interesting. It's a page with all the insects that are eaten in one little village in Ambuehl in Thailand. There are also a lot of beetles here that are eaten, scorpions, and this giant water bug here, and also some dung beetles.
Catasios or something, huh?
Yes. And the biggest one of the dung beetles, that is really special. And a lot of other beetles are traditionally eaten. Also in Europe, we forgot that the stag beetle was one of the edible insects, naturally more in the form of a larva but also in the form of adults. Yeah, not only the mealworms that are now.
And the May beetle too. It's season now, so go out and make your soup.
Yeah. That's a recipe book.
That's
a cookbook where it's written about that stuff, and a lot of people are eaten elsewhere in the world. That is the giant water bug here. It's the first bug from which they made an artificial aroma. Huh? Yeah, look, it's this one here. It's a original, authentic Thai taste, artificial Mang Da flavor. It's the Mang Da is the giant water bug, and the odor, the perfume of the male beetle is imitated by this artificial. It's not new. It's actually since 1959, so that's already a long time. I'm 1958, so 1 year after my birth. This was already here. That's a long time, huh?
Yeah.
So that's interesting to see that. So look here, it's about dung beetle. So I'm sorry, at the moment it's only in German, but I'm on the way to lay out also the English version now. So I hope that you can have a copy of an English version soon. This is the really astonishing, the biggest dung beetle in the world, Heliocopris dominis. It's practically original size, as you can see on the hand of this elephant guide here. And as you can see here, the elephant they don't like them because they make a little noise like and they are afraid. They turn around and they go away if they hear it.
You think that's where the mouse story came from? That
I don't know. Of mice? It might. Yes, it might really be that they think it's kind of a mouse also from the size.
Yeah.
But they are really afraid of. And the elephant, he was very unhappy when his guide brought this bucket full of this Heliocopris dominus, and that's how they prepare them. We let them swim in water for 24 hours. And then you can eat them if you want, but we did not. Naturally, we didn't eat them. We prepared them for the collection. And there's another one, the Bucephalus. This is the dung beetle, also Heliocopris, also very big. It's the dung beetle of the buffalo. Yeah. So there's a lot of stories also about beetles in here, but it's about eating of insects. Do you eat insects?
Yeah, I will eat insects.
What did you eat already?
The common ones you get in Thailand, I had those, mealworms and all these things, which are not, in my opinion, the right way or right food, but they still taste good. Grasshoppers, I ate the water bugs, what are they called? The ones in the picture, Leptoceros. I would eat pretty much everything except probably for tarantulas and scorpions.
Okay, yeah.
And not because I don't like them, but because I think they take too long to get old.
Absolutely true.
So it just takes too long. I mean, I have a scorpion somewhere in the back.
Yeah, this is not a sustainable thing to eat spiders who take 8-10 years to, or also scorpions. Yeah.
And they take very long, especially the big ones. I mean, they're somewhat common, but still, I mean, if everybody gets the taste, then I would be fearful for those.
And also, if you eat the scorpion, it's hollow inside. You don't see anything. It's like you can look through them like this.
It's not like a crab.
It's not like a larva. That has really something in it. So on the second project, I just came back 3 weeks ago from Africa, where I'm involved into a very interesting project, and I'm very happy that I can take part of it. It's about the domestication of edible caterpillars of Saturnid mosses. And that's a very good ancient tradition in Africa. Everybody collects them in the wild, especially children and children. And it's an important source of protein for the population. It's something that we ignored as Western scientists, but it's a very important pillar of the food security of these people. But now a lot of the forests are gone because of overharvesting, of cutting down the trees, and now they start to. We have to start to produce them artificially, like in agricultural process, like this Ngala here, or a lot of other species. So that's a little bit my work now in Africa. And the book Beans, so that you see here, is about this project, and it's also written in German and in French, but not yet in English. I'm sorry, but you will be probably happy to see one in English soon. Yes.
But it's very interesting and probably very complicated too, huh? To take a wild species and get it into domestication.
Yes,
yeah.
This is really complicated. It's not complicated for the first time that you do it.
First generation is easy.
It's like with beetle breeding
yes.
also a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
The first time you are very concentrated, everything is new and clean and hygienic. And after the third, fourth generation, also the contaminants they install there, and from then on it's getting more complicated. We lost a huge population of Bunea alcinoa in the laboratory, of course, because of the floscheries. Now I'm turning into French, so that's why I'm floscherie. It's something that is known, an epidemic that is known from the silk mosses already long time.
Okay.
It can erase all of the population. It's streptococcal.
It's like a diarrhea. It's a streptococcus.
It's like a diarrhea. Yeah.
I've seen that with caterpillars.
Yeah, and mostly they die on the bridge from the second to the third stage. So the first two stages you think, very good, that's good. But suddenly they stop eating. They behave they avoid preparing for the mold to L3, and then they die, and we lost a big. Now we installed a hygienic cage in the laboratory where we imitated the light with ultraviolet light also.
Okay.
So we hope that this can kill a lot of the damaging organisms that could be there, because there is no light in the laboratory that is like outside, you know.
So UV light as a main means of destroying the bacteria and the virus.
With the light. And also that we have now a really strict light regime now in the laboratory, where we have the same conditions in the light like outdoors.
Good.
So, but also we try to rear them outdoors, but if you do that outdoors without protection, they will be eaten in a minute, because there are a lot of mantids and birds.
And that's where you say when you collect a caterpillar on the outside, you're more likely to find wasps or flies
than
a real butterfly.
Now we made a heavy protection now for also this hygienic cage in the laboratory, so that we can try to reproduce them artificially also in the laboratory. But you have to know that we have no electricity there, we have no big technology there, so we must find something very no-tech for the population, so that they can copy our ideas for the reproduction of these insects. And that's one of the things. And I also brought you some beetles here, that I found, and that's probably in it. Oh yeah, that's the microphone. We have to put it in here. Yeah,
just like this.
Oh yeah.
And I already pre-pinned them because he gave them to me. Very fast.
Because Benjamin, he always wrote me, bring back some beetles to Switzerland, and I said, okay, I will. But they are not very common there, I have to say. The biggest one is Algosoma centaurus, of course, but it's rare to find them, so we have to be in the right period at the right place to find them. I hope I will find them.
And you said also there's a lot of people and a lot of deforestation, so beetles normally are not.
Yeah, that's true. But this one is probably interesting. It's a Pachnoda, huh?
It's for sure Pachnoda.
This one I found in a place where there was a lot of guano of bats.
Okay.
It's in Kiela. It's in a school with 500 children that you can see here, and they have one building for the professors, and under the roof of this building there's two big windows where the bats can enter, and they stay there during the day, hundreds of them. It's a bat species that eats insects, and the guano there on this under this roof is collected regularly by the pupils, and they bring it out for as a how do you say, as a fertilizer for the agriculture. And when I collected it, I said, there are larvas. He said, it looks like there are Cetonese larvas. And these are the beetles that came out from...
It's very nice looking.
And then, you remember, we had to talk about, could this be a place also for Goliathus larvae?
Interesting.
Because it's a very rich substrate with a lot of phosphorus, a lot of nitrogen. It's a very rich substrate, this bat guano. And there are a lot of bat caves also in old trees. Inside old trees. So probably that could be also an interesting experiment to find out whether the Goliathus...
Since no one ever has found Goliath larva in the wild, that would be an interesting one to see,
That's true. And I thought about it to bring 1 or 2 kilo of bat guano from the Congo. But in this time of Corona and everybody thinks it comes from bats,
maybe don't take that.
I wait some weeks to do that. But you will be sure I will bring them.
We can try.
Yeah.
No, it would be interesting to see. The question is if it stays stable, if it's in say, in a box. Because that's normally the biggest risk. If you have some sort of dung in an enclosed setting and not open, there's some vapors or something, and then everything dead very fast. But it would be interesting to see nonetheless.
And in fact, this guano under this roof is very dry. It's not it has some holes in the roof where some drops of water enter, but it's not. It's very dry material. So that's what I brought.
And you found those Pagnoda mainly, not the Chlorocala, right? The
Chlorocala, no, that's something else here. The Chlorocala is it was found by one of the workers out in the field. So this is something else.
It's an Africana probably, and I don't know which.
Okay, and this also the other one here with the eye. We don't see it so good, so probably I take the light from here to show it a little bit better, like that. Probably from the other side, like now.
It's here, right? Okay, maybe.
Yeah, it's not very good. The light,
Oops, sorry. Yeah, shit, now I moved everything the wrong way. So like this, now.
Yeah, I will have. That's probably a little bit better now.
Yeah, like this is good. So it's really neat, but hey, I can give you pictures of this otherwise.
Yeah.
So you found
this came to the light trap, and this is the Pagnoda here. Okay. Yeah. So, but you see that I'm actually not here because of in Africa because of the beetles, more because of the.
So you should go to the good place
and they taste very well. Really, they taste very well. And it's probably really a good idea to help the people there produce their proteins with caterpillars, because the caterpillars can eat the poisonous plants.
And that's the good thing,
and plants that are never used by humans, and can produce rich protein with these leaves that are dangerous for us.
It's like the ricinus plant for the Samia, which is
exactly the same.
I think it makes a lot of sense, and it tastes good too. That's a good thing. That I can tell. Yeah. I also ate some of the Samia. I forgot to say that.
Yeah.
When you did the cooking, so I did that. They were nice too, and bees as well. Bee pupa as well.
And I introduced Samia 2017 to Africa as a model. So how the people can learn how to cultivate and rear these caterpillars. And now they installed already big farm, the first farm there with more than 100,000 caterpillars each generation.
Wow.
So that's about more than 5 tons of Samia caterpillar that they produce there. And it's different to Asia. In Asia, people eat not the caterpillar of Samia, or in India, always the pupa, because they want the silk. Also, but in Africa, everybody says, no, Papa Daniel, on ne fait pas comme ça chez nous. We don't do it like this at our place. So we don't eat the chrysalid. We eat only the caterpillars, and that's really special. And now we try, one thing that we try now is Samia, they are mostly white, but there are some greenish also under the, and we try now to make a selection of only the greens, so that we can create a local green species, and not species, but a form.
Yes, that's good.
So thank you for watching. I'm here, Benjamin is also here. We go on making some videos now, but I think next we talk about Goliathus.
Goliathus, yes.
But in the next videos. Bye bye.
Bye bye.